Ladies and gentlemen, episode 33 of The Skeptic and the Dude.
Woo!
We have a very special guest today. He's a musician, songwriter, and YouTuber from Toronto. He's in a metal band called Termina. Give him a listen. Ladies and gentlemen, and the metal community, give it up for Nik Nocturnal.
When the fucking Manson family.
Oh, that looks so weird.
Big, massive, fat knobby sticker,
That's funny. That's Australian culture.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
Do a little dance. Do a little dance.
And then my account gets suspended.
Yeah.
The Skeptic and the Dude podcast.
All right. Hey, Nick. How you going?
Hello. I'm well. How are you guys?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks.
Yeah, doing pretty good. You know, just surviving the coronavirus where we are. You know, all the fun stuff.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. I think we're going back into another lockdown soon. So we're in Melbourne, and I think our state is just. I think we've just dealt with it the worst possible way. You know, I think we started off as like the best state in Australia that was dealing with it, and now we're just going backwards. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
nuts.
Over here, it's I know people are going outside kind of, but like still things like gyms are closed and whatnot. But I mean, there's people outside in groups and doing everything. So my life has been kind of affected because I can't go to the gym, so I'm much a larger human being now. Been eating too much and not been exercising. But other than that, I mean, I'm a YouTuber, so isolation is something I'm actually good at. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's good then. So you were in quarantine for a while?
Yeah. Over here, it was.
Yeah.
We're still kind of like it. You can go outside, but it's like a light kind of thing. But yeah, it's weird here. I just distract myself and make terrible videos on the internet. That's how I keep going.
Yeah, that's like us. That's how this podcast began.
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly like us.
Yeah.
We started just before the coronavirus became a huge thing, basically, and we got into lockdown. So
wow.
that was fun. We're like just figuring out how to do the recordings and stuff, and then boom, we have to do it over Zoom, like instantly.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, oh shit.
But in some ways it makes it easier. Hardly have to edit anything. Just put this one file into the screen. It's like, oh, it's easy. It's done. You know.
Yeah, that's I haven't used Zoom before. Literally, the virus hit because everyone started using Zoom, and I was like, "All right,
exactly.
I'm down." Seems like a fun program to use. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I didn't even know what it was. I was thinking, oh, we're going to have to use Skype or FaceTime or one of those. What the hell is Zoom? You know, it was something.
Yeah.
New to me. Yeah.
I've never heard of that as well. I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. And then we had so many like issues with it at the very start. Like I would be cutting out and I'll just be like, my computer couldn't handle it. And then, yeah, but we fixed it, which was good. Well, hopefully everything goes well, but yeah. So how was the, pandemic on your side? Like, with music wise?
Again, because I'm a YouTuber, so honestly, like I didn't get hit as hard as like actual, as you call it, musicians, like on the road and stuff. Like my life it's the same. If I need to get like, I don't know, dumb props and shit, that's a little annoying. Like my videos or like, if I have to, like I said, even if I want to work out or something, like it's much harder to do. But other than that, man, it's if anything, it's kind of my normal natural habitat, just kind of isolated comfortably in my home anyways. So yeah, it hasn't hit me that bad because I've just been doing this for so long anyways.
Yeah.
So it's kind of second nature.
Oh.
Yeah. You go, John.
This is also one of the things we have with Zoom is there's a delay between us. So like, especially between Brandon and I. So like we're thinking of questions and we're like getting ready to like say something. and then we're like, oh, no one's talking. Let's say something. And then we'll say something at the same time. And it's just,
No worries. I completely understand.
What I was going to say was, did you play any live music like with your band or anything?
No, because I mean, I'm not really like in an actual band. Like when I was younger, I had kind of bands here and there, like like shitty high school bands and stuff like that. But like, other than that, no, I've never been like, as you could call it, a legit like kind of touring band. The only band I have now is Termina, which I mean, it's a band, online project, whatever you want to call it, and it's just me and Andy, and like we're not going to tour like for a long, long time. It's just more of a project to make music and release stuff, and that's kind of it. So
yeah. I listened to that song, The Abyss. Really, really fucking good. I really liked it. It was
Thank
really
you.
good shit. What was it like filming the music video? Because that looked awesome. Like it looked like high production value shit.
Yeah, so that's the best part. My dude, the videographer is a godsend. His name is Patrick Lawler. He actually worked with me to do my like Nik Nocturnal intro and outro, like the screens for that for all of my videos. And essentially that was actually filmed in with Andy being in Florida. I'm in Toronto, on a white background wall on iPhones. That was it.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
On iPhones? Oh my god.
On iPhones. Yeah, that literally is it. And our videographer is just a magician, and literally that's all he needed to make it work. And he just, even on YouTube now, he put a video on like how he kind of organized everything. And it's like I mean, I kind of know I know video editing because of course I make videos and all that, but like I had no idea that half the shit he was talking about. And I was like, oh my God, it's like some actual intense stuff. And yeah, so it was again just me and Andy, different countries against white walls with iPhones. That actually is what that video is. Yeah,
That's nuts.
I mean, you
That's
wouldn't,
nuts.
you wouldn't be able to tell, man. It was like, yeah, all these guys
Yeah.
in these scenes in this one room. I wouldn't have thought it was, you know, interstate, international.
yeah. You
Yeah.
thank Patrick for that. He is a godsend. I don't
Yeah.
know how he does it, but he's awesome.
Yeah, wow.
Wow, I thought you would have had to like spend like when I was watching, I was like, geez, these guys would have had to done like so much money on camera work and everything because it
Yeah,
looks
that's it.
like nuts. I was like, holy shit! And then now you're telling me it's iPhones. I'm like, what? What?
Yeah, we both had iPhones. Literally, I was in the living room, and my phone's on a tripod. Andy's phone's on a tripod. Patrick is literally on the phone though, like directing us, which is also awesome. Like he just spends that extra time being like, "Hey, like do this kind of movement. Make sure you're kind of like standing here is all." And yeah, it's just a fixed thing. I use natural light, literally the outdoor light. So did Andy. We don't have any lights.
Yeah,
So,
right.
it's the most like low budget you can get for a music video, but because the videographer is so amazing, like he transformed it into something that looks way more expensive than it was. So yeah, we're very thankful for that.
Yeah, it was nuts. I'm just still in shock at the fact that you said you did that on iPhones.
Yeah.
It's like whoa, where's the editing skills is nuts. I can't even think about how to do that in a software. Like, even with this podcast, you know, I just think of like, you know, clipping things and taking things out and maybe adding things pop up. Your basic like YouTube stuff, but making something so like amazing is pretty nuts. That's pretty.
Yeah, it's actually
insane.
going color grading and everything else. I think, fuck, man, I
Yeah,
can hardly use
all the
Photoshop, you know,
effects.
let alone. Yeah, exactly.
Holy
Unreal.
Yeah. What made you want to start like YouTube and Twitch and stuff?
So those are two separate things. So YouTube was like a long time ago. That was essentially I was, you know, I've been a musician, like I've been a guitarist for a long time. Like I started playing guitar when I was like 9, I think. So it's almost been 15 years. And from there, I just kind of, you know, kept playing music, covering songs, all that. And then I started watching YouTube when I was like, I guess 12, 13, I don't know. And I'd see people on YouTube, doing a couple different things. One of them was guitar covers, like Killer Buckeye, and this other dude, Finn, I forgot his name, Finn something, but Killer Buckeye was the big one back in the day that I would see. And then also people doing original music like Stithue, Angel Vivaldi, Modern Day Babylon, like a lot of instrumental artists that came from like kind of the gent scene. And I was like, yo, that is so damn cool, like to see both those. And I just loved watching that stuff. And I was like, I guess I could try it. So that's what made me just want to start being a YouTuber. Essentially, I put covers because I learned songs anyways. It was just fun for me to, you know, be at home and learn songs by myself. And I knew that doing the cover part though is how you can maybe get people to listen to your music. Because I know if I just put my music out there, which I did, and I had no issue really with it. Like I first did it on SoundCloud and I had fun, and I'd have like one person comment and like 10 views over like 3 months, and I'd like be super stoked. I'd be like, yes, dude, like that's so cool. That person listened to my track, and I'm super hyped about that. And same thing happened on YouTube. I was like, okay, well, like I'm gonna try to include the cover thing because I already do that anyways, and maybe that will help promote that stuff. And it did overall. And from there, I just kept doing covers and expanding to different content. And that's how the whole YouTube side started. Really, it was just out of just curiosity and fun. And actually, my original music, which surprisingly is the least amount of my content nowadays, it's all memes or covers or reactions and all that.
Yeah.
And then the Twitch started way more recently, like 3-4 months ago. And that's because I also grew up in the gaming community. Like I was a dude who stayed at home, played video games, and played guitar. Like that was my entire childhood until I was like a young adult, pretty much. And still nowadays kind of is my entire life, like with a bit more here and there, but a bit more on the music side as well than the gaming side. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've done forever. So I was very well aware of Twitch. I loved the community style of Twitch, the streamers, and all that. And what actually happened was I was live streaming on YouTube, me trying to cover the entire Trivium album in 24 hours. And I got blocked at like 6 hours by copyright. It just straight up the stream was just taken down. Yeah. And I was like, all right, well, fuck you, YouTube, for a second, even though it's not YouTube's fault. It's the publishers wanting to, going after it, and the automated system doing it, for them through YouTube and all that. Yeah. And I was like, well, we got to continue this somewhere. So I still had a Twitch account. I just threw it on Twitch and I streamed the rest of it on Twitch, and it was great. There was tons of people there supporting. Matt, which is the vocalist of Trivium, was actually on there literally shouting me out, which was so cool, being like, hey guys, go check out Nick's thing. He's trying to cover this thing in 24 hours. And it was great. I love the vibe there. And even though I've streamed on YouTube before, like a decent amount of times, that's where I used to like learn songs. Like a new song came out, I'd stream on YouTube, like me learning it in an hour or two or however long. It's just when I went to Twitch, it just felt like the right place for that. Whereas YouTube, it's just for me always been that video sense. So I was like, okay, and I just wanted to explore it. And then since the pandemic hit and all the musicians literally started going to Twitch, I was like, all right, well, if any time's good as now, like let's go and do it up, and let's try to do it better than everyone else I can. And that's just pretty much the whole story of the Twitch. It was almost out of necessity to find a place where I can stream and not worry so much about just my streams getting completely blocked. Like I'll have VODs now that are saved after, and they get like copyright claimed and you can't hear the music. I don't care about the VODs. I just care about while I'm streaming, people are there and can actually, hang out and listen. So it was just out of necessity. And overall I've grown to absolutely love it. It's just been a great, like kind of extra access point, or just something different kind of that is fun. I consider like YouTube my day of work, where I work like however long, like 10 to like 5 or 7. And then after, I literally consider that like my free time. And that's when I stream for like 3 hours and just have fun. So, yeah.
I saw you got partnered recently.
Yeah, that was amazing. Thank you.
That's awesome. That is really good. That's not easy to do.
No, it was a pure grind, man. It's because it's like when I do things and I really care. Like I've tried a bunch of different platforms. TikTok, I've tried that for like a week. And I was like, I don't fucking like this. Things like that, where I try different socials. Even like stuff like Twitter and Insta back in the day, like I've given those so many shots, and I just go back and like, I don't like this, until recently when I've just kind of gotten better at it. I start to understand it more, and I make sure every week I have a new Twitter post of some sort. Every week I have a new Insta post, and because it's also different content, which is great from my YouTube channel. It's a different type of content. Like in Instagram, I either do like very quick, like I almost make it act like a Vine for mine, like it's a 3 second, just dumb as fuck, like whatever, however fast I can make someone laugh in like 3 seconds, or like a funny picture or something very aesthetic, right? It's a different type of content, which I really like. And same thing goes for Twitch. And I just went so hard with Twitch, just streaming as much as I can, literally just for fun, after I finished my day of work doing all my YouTube stuff and teaching and whatnot. And I was like, and I just kept pushing it on my YouTube platform. Like, hey guys, I'm streaming on Twitch after, come hang out. And I got a lot of support from people. They seem to love it on there. And I try to do something kind of different, which is like act as almost a DJ of metal on there, but like very interactive and just having fun, right? And a very cool chill test where people can come from YouTube and be like, oh, here's this guy that I don't know, I've been watching for like 6 months or whatever, or like maybe 5 years, right? And then they come kind of see me and be like, oh, he's just as stupid in real life. That's great. Like, and I love that kind of connection I can have with people. And they all seem to just love it and have fun. And I have fun because they're having fun. So yeah, that's great. I was able to push that partner because of the community. And I was just super fucking excited being accepted into another platform other than YouTube. So yeah.
Yeah, good on you, man.
Thank you. Yeah.
How do you feel that Matt Heafy is following you now?
Dude, it literally, I actually right now as we speak, because the video, it's Monday and I do like a Monday video, I am actually editing a video, 10 types of Twitch guitarists, and Matt did a segment for it. He sent me because he was, literally in
That's-
front of me right
That's
now.
pretty cool.
Jeez.
That's cool.
Yeah, he's super nice, man. And like I've had interactions now that again I'm lucky that my following has gotten bigger on YouTube, and I've kind of, I guess, I've earned my place. I feel like kind of in the community, whereas like before, you know, it's more just like that young kid, the meme kid, the cover kid, where it's like, yeah, like whatever. Whereas now I feel like I've been doing it for like 5 fucking years. It's like, all right, like people have started and like, okay, yeah, like we kind of accept you like actual musicians, and you're not just like a YouTuber kind of, which is great. So I've had a lot of really just cool interactions because of that with musicians that, you know, I've loved forever, being like, hey dude, and being super chill and all that. But I gotta say, Matt, man, is the nicest. I'd probably say out of any of them. He's so in tune with the culture of not only the metal industry and the metal scene, but the social media metal scene and the YouTube scene and the Twitch scene. Like, he is so on top of it, which is something you do not see for someone at his level in a band, right? In that music industry, usually you don't see people come down and kind of hang out with the new crowd, right? Of like Twitch and what everyone's doing nowadays in the music scene. So to have him, you know, be so kind and so supportive to so many people, it's just awesome to see him as the leader. Like, I wouldn't have chosen anyone else to be like kind of the metal Twitch leader other than him. I think he's perfect. So yeah.
He's pretty cool. I've seen a few of his streams, and he's just such a chill guy. I think he plays some Fortnite and stuff as well with you know, his friends and all that. But yeah, have you had any like fan interactions? Like, have you been recognized by anyone?
Oh yeah. Well, usually when I go to shows, it's not like I haven't gone to a supermarket yet and had someone be like, are you that guy? You know, that weird fucker on the internet. The closest one I've had is literally in my building. Like, I was just waiting for the elevator and some other dude was like, you do YouTube videos? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, oh, cool. And we just kind of went our separate ways. But that was like a system shock to me, because other than that experience, the only other time I've had people come up to me is at metal shows, right? Which, like, yeah, like I kind of get it, especially nowadays when it's like I don't go to like big shows. I go to kind of like smaller venues and whatnot, and then some medium shows. Yeah, and people recognize me, and it's a weird experience, especially the first time. I was like, what the fuck just happened, right? But you know, after a while, I got a little used to it, and it's just more fun. And anytime someone comes up to me, you know, I say what's up, and if they want to chat, no problem. And I've been very lucky. Everyone's been like super respectful. No one's been like really a dick or anything, or really super overstayed their welcome. Everyone's very like,
that's good.
They just want to kind of say hi and maybe chat for a second and then do their own thing. And that's super awesome. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's been great having, you know, random people being like, I watch your fucking videos for a while, dude. Thank you. Or I like that video specifically. And yeah, but like I said, I'm very lucky. I have not had a bad fan experience, really, which is cool.
That's good. That's good. Like, no one's come up to him and been like, hey man, do you want to like sign my forehead, man, or something like that?
No, honestly, it's people. I think only a few people ask for my signature, but it's mainly like they come up to me, and I think they get caught a little off guard for how, especially now that I'm more used to it, how I'm very like kind of relaxed with them. It's not like this weird like, am I gonna get like stabbed or some random shit, you know, like always on your toes kind of thing. I'm like very just open, and it's like this, I start even conversation right away. So because of that, they seem to be just very chill, and they kind of instantly, I guess what I call is like humanize me and like de-YouTuberize me. It's like, oh, he's just a dude, like really quickly, which is great. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. You said before you go to like a lot of shows. What's some of your favorite live shows you've been to?
Yeah, so not a lot, but like a decent amount. I go like every maybe month or two, like whenever there was a show. But it's like I want to go to bands I really like, because like I get sick of standing, to be honest. Like, it's not my thing. Like, just like fucking standing. It's like I get tired, man. Like I know I'm only like 24, but it's like I get fucking tired just standing there for like 3 hours straight. It's like, fuck, man. Like like I get it. So like I can only handle like every month or every 2 months, but that's usually also when like the bands I really want to see come around anyways. But yeah, those are great. They're fun. They're just good shows. They put on killer. Again, I don't go to many like the local unknown shows, but a lot of times like I'll have people come through like Currents, let's say, or Crystal Lake, and they'll have like people like local bands, they'll say like, oh, that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's really fun, and I had a lot of fun doing that for like a few years. Nowadays, it's more like a chill session with me because again, I'm fortunate enough that I know a couple of these bands, so I kind of just go and hang out with them and like talk and shoot the shit while after listening to a little bit of a set, I hang out, a little bit of a set, hang out, instead of it just being like 3 hours of me just standing there kind of watching the performance as much. But yeah, it's a fun experience, man. And we've had some awesome bands come through. I'm stoked to have that experience back eventually. So yeah.
That'd be good soon, hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Standing can be quite scary sometimes. I'll say that. Especially if you're near the front. People are ruthless. Like I remember one time I was standing near the front and I was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm on the railing, and then people just and I'm like, oh shit, I know, like over the railing kind of thing. I was like, oh my god, and then everything's like tight like sardines, and it's just nuts. So yeah, and then standing there for 3 hours.
Yeah, I've never been a
like,
fan of like small spaces and a lot of people. I get like a little bit anxious when there's just so many people around, and I don't like that personally. It's just not my thing.
Especially a fucking mosh pit.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah, they're just insane.
Yeah, and I like my space. Like I don't like people like kind of randomly hitting me and shit. It's like fuck off, like like
exactly.
Like, I like not getting just having my own little safe spaces. I kind of
it's it.
You want to come up to me, feel free and come into my safe space. I'm gonna go for that. But like in terms of being like around so many fucking people, it's like it's just I don't have fun doing that is all.
Fuck that.
Yeah. It's like I was at this Disturbed concert, right? And there was this really tall guy in the crowd, and I think he fell over, and I never saw him again.
Jesus.
Like he was like the tallest guy, and everyone started went nuts, and then I never saw that guy again. I think I maybe saw him a little bit later, but that's it. He just disappeared
on the ground
for the show. I don't know. He was there 1 second. I turn my head. I get pushed. I'm like, what? Oh shit! The 7-foot guy's gone. What the fuck? He's like, all right.
I can see the fucking stage now.
Oh my god. But yeah, and people being drunk as well. Like there, it can be a bit like scary because they think they're having fun. And sometimes they go, oh yeah, let's just start doing this, and then they get like insane, like with physical, throws and stuff. And it's like, okay, man. It's like, okay, chill out.
I just started to try to stay clear and just, like I said, have my little safe space in the back, enjoy the music, hang out with people.
Yeah.
That's how I socialize personally, at least. But
yeah, that's a good spot in the back because everyone wants to be in the front. That's where everyone wants to get. Everyone just, and you can just be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's some cool stuff you're doing there, guys. It's just chilling. But yeah. How did you come up with the name Termina, by the way, with your band, you and your mate?
That was all Andy.
Really?
We were looking for names that just weren't fucking copyrighted already, like literally, because we didn't want to get fucking we didn't want to build a brand and then have to change it to like I don't know, like to Termina like USCA or whatever the fuck, right? Like we just wanted to have the name normally, and we just went through so many names. And Andy was like, how about Termina? I'm like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, it's a Zelda reference. I was like, all right, is it copyrighted? He's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, all right, there's our band name.
Sweet.
That was kind of it. And it's a cool name just because it's like very like I like neutral names personally, like just very like you can kind of say it and it doesn't have this really intense meaning as well as like a really passive meaning. It's just like kind of in the middle. It's just like, oh, like cool, like you hear that name. Right. And I always like those names, just like a one word, very simplistic kind of thing. So I was like, dude, like it sounds good and we'll build a brand around it. It doesn't really matter what the name is. Like I'm sure people listen to our songs and aren't like Zelda right away. I don't think most people even know what the name comes from. So
yeah, well, I didn't know it came from Zelda, and I'm pretty sure I've played so
yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it came from Zelda until Andy told me. So yeah,
there you go. That's an interesting fact.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I've had like so much. That's insane that you can just come up with a name like that. It's like, oh yeah, Termina, and you're like, oh, sick. That's dope. Like it's a really good one that rolls off the tongue. Because like I've been trying to think of a band name for my band for ages, and we just can't settle on anything. It's just like you come up with one thing and it's like, nah, scrap that. That's dumb. And then you get the joke names that people keep coming up with, and it's like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
But
It's
not
tough,
good.
yeah, because it's your brand, right? And you're gonna want to have that forever, because you're not just going to want to keep changing band names when you like, because then it completely destroys your brand and what people know you as, right? So yeah, no, that we were like it. We spent some time. We were like, it was kind of like a week of like straight like, hey, what the fuck is our name? Like just like listing a bunch of words essentially at that point.
Yeah.
Like, because like we know that like it doesn't really matter about the name, it's about what we give the meaning to the name. Because when people think Terminal, like I said, they think me and Andy, like they think our project, which is kind of cool, and that's because we've inserted our music into that brand. We are the brand, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, but the band name thing is always tough. Even song names for me, like I fucking Google awesome words and see the meanings of them, and I just fucking put them as my song name. Like I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
if it kind of vibes, like I'll go with it.
Yeah.
Just get into a thesaurus or something.
Yeah,
You
legit.
know,
yeah.
another word for cry. What the fuck? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you write any of the lyrics, or is that all?
That's fuck no, that's all Andy, man. I write the instrumental mainly, right, and then we each kind of do our own thing, and then we kind of come together and mess with each other and like help each other with the stuff together, right? The producing and like slight fixes on instrumental, slight fixes on vocals, that we do together. But in terms of the base of everything, I write the instrumental, send it to Andy. He does his fucking vocals and the lyrics, and based on what I do instrumentally, I try to set him up vocally to kind of just do whatever the fuck he wants, because I know how talented he is. I've worked with him long enough to know the crazy shit he can do, that I feel like in a project he hasn't yet been able to do all of that at the same time, like his awesome cleans and like the crazy deathcore style screams, but also like the more chill type screams that are more common in metal. And I kind of just try to set him up to be able to do all of that and go absolutely crazy. And in terms of like lyrically, I never tell him the lyrics. It's all him. But in terms of like context of like maybe what I'm vibing during the song or what I'm feeling, I suggest things. And if he takes it or not, I don't really fucking care. It's just ideas. It's like at that point.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not my strong suit. So we each kind of like keep in our own lane in terms of what we know we're good at. And then we come together and combine best we can. Like we have a pretty lucky dynamic within each other. Like he's better at mastering, so he does the master. I mix the instrumental because that's what I do. I'm better at that. He mixes his own vocals, and then we shove it on top of the instrumental because he's better at mixing vocals. So we have a lot of that kind of where we just come together and it's like the perfect fit. I'm like, oh fuck, all right, we don't have to look for someone else to do this stuff, or we don't have to compromise because we already kind of make up for each other's lack of things. So
yeah.
I saw an ad a little while ago claiming it could teach me how to scream. I'm like, all right, I'll have a look at this. And then it showed you in it, and it said something about you've done it and you learned to scream that way. Is that true? Like you've learned to do like fry screams and false chord stuff?
So yeah, that was David coming to me, right? So he's the guy in the video, and he's super nice.
Yeah.
I've known him for a while because he runs Riff Shop, and I know him like from a YouTuber point of view. And he came to me one day and he was like, dude, like I'm starting this course, and I essentially am, teaching these things, but I want to make sure, like I want to have test subjects essentially, to have people actually be like, oh yeah, this does work, right? And he for himself wants to make sure it works too. He doesn't like want to sell BS really. So he was like, I'll teach you like for like 2 months for free. And I'm like, all right, fuck it. Like I got nothing to lose. Like I'll try it. Right. And we went for it. And yeah, so it's not like he gave me the course, but I'm assuming what he's teaching me is literally like pretty much verbatim of his course anyways. But yeah, it was him just kind of teaching me, being like, try this. And yeah, he got me to like that kind of fry scream that I was able to actually do pretty fast. And I was like, fuck, that's pretty cool. And then from there, I just kind of didn't go into it much. I've been lately more kind of coming back to it. And overall, just kind of wanting to discover vocals in general. Like I understanding of that, because I do instrumental stuff and I know all the ins and outs of that. But when it comes to vocals, like I've always been so like, I have no clue what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, essentially with all that stuff.
Sorry.
No worries.
Recording right now.
Hello.
What do you?
But
Oh man.
Oh, good, man. So yeah, so essentially when it comes to the vocal stuff, like I've been getting more into it, and I've been trying to take lessons from like a bunch of different people because I want to have those different perspectives. Like I've taken lessons from Andy, my vocalist, from Lauren, from Mary, who is the voice hack. She's really good too. Even Lucas Magyar of Veil Amaya, he helped me a bunch really recently, just like kind of piecing it all together. And what I've been kind of more looking for is like information to understand why my body's doing the things it does, what to look for. And yeah, that's kind of been my vocal journey so far, at least with that stuff. And I've been hoping to just get better at it overall through kind of practicing as much as I can, but also just literally trying to find information and seeing what works and what doesn't. So
yeah, it's actually quite hard to find the right stuff because people claim they know, information on how to do it, and then you kind of see it and you go, this kind of seems like shit. And then you try it and it doesn't work out for you, and then sometimes it doesn't make sense as well.
Yeah.
The way people explain it. But yeah. When I saw that ad, I wasn't sure if you already knew how to scream prior and I just kind of using it.
Oh no, I didn't.
So many ads claiming like, oh, you can do this in like 2 seconds. Just watch this. And it's like, bro, come on.
No, yeah, I wouldn't have let David use my footage if that was the case. No, he did teach me from that start where like all I could do is like whisper like that kind of stuff. Like I didn't actually know how to scream by any means.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, he got me from that, and it was great. He got me to be able to do those kind of fun, almost North Laney style screams. So yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Oh, sorry about the interruption, by the way.
No worries, man.
Yeah, no, sorry, dude. My dad had no idea I was down here recording this. Sorry, man. We're stuck. I haven't. We don't pay for this Zoom stuff. It's going to go off in 7 minutes, so we might need to come back after about 5 minutes or something. If that's all right.
Yeah, no problem. Whatever works.
No.
We can quickly do a segment if you want to do that before the time runs out. What do you reckon, Brandon?
Jump into it, man.
Do a segment. All right. So, would you like to do a segment, Nick?
Sure. I don't know exactly what you mean, but let's do it up.
Oh, okay. It's just a little fun like activity that we do on the podcast.
Just to break up the podcast.
So this segment, just to make it a bit cool instead of like constantly being like, oh my god, what's he going to ask me next kind of thing.
Sure.
And Joel, I can't locate the button. I'm sorry, so you're gonna have to sing it.
Bad lyrics with Joel.
Yeah, I'm not singing it. It's all right. So just pretend you heard me sing in auto tune or saying bad lyrics with Joel.
No,
So we usually have a button we push and it'll play it for it, but I'm not going to sing it. So basically what this segment is I pick out a bunch of songs and we can talk about the lyrics, talk about some of the shit lyrics that are out there, and just give your take on it.
Okay.
So
go for it.
this first lyric, I don't know if I wanted to put this one in actually, but it's a song by Nirvana. It's called Milk It, and here is the lyrics that I have. It says, her milk is my shit is her milk. Now, how does that make you feel? Does that resonate? Or what do you think?
I kind of want to get some cereal now. That's really all the effect that has on me is, I just think of there's milk in my fridge and I want to go eat some cereal. But other than that, I don't really have a deep soul meaning from that, even if there is one. So, yeah.
I kind of saw it and I was like, all right, cool. That's going in kind of thing. I think it's like, I don't know, from the context of the song, I think he's singing about a girl.
Mm-hmm.
And in a really kind of weird way.
Okay.
kind of
some
thing.
shit milk.
Some shit. Yeah. All right. This next song is a song by Drake. It's called Over. And the lyrics go, I know way too many people here right now that I didn't know last year. Who the fuck are y'all?
Yeah, I can feel that a bit.
Yeah.
That happens sometimes. Yeah, just I don't know what else to add to that. Just I've been there before where it's like, what the fuck? Who are you people?
Yeah, you're like, yeah, man. Like, who the fuck are y'all, man? kind of thing. This one Brandon sent me actually from last night. It's Dr. Dre's "Keep Their Heads Ringing." It's I kick plenty of ass, so call me an astronaut.
That's a fun play on words. It's a little witty. I've heard better witty play on words.
Yeah.
But I do respect I respect his go for that one. I do.
It's a very it's very nice, very good.
These damn
Another one,
astronauts, man.
yeah, astronaut. Yeah,
Kicking ass.
kicking ass. This is a Kiss song. Burn, bitch, burn. Oh, babe, I want to put my log in your fireplace.
All right, so that seems like a bit of a filthy play on words there. There's not much to it other than that. I think it's just some things that are non TOS, non in terms of safety for Twitch.
That's it.
And yeah, exactly.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, we've got a few odd ones that are kind of like that. Yeah.
We might get counsel for one of these one day, Joel.
Yeah, true. Shit, I should be careful about some of the things I should say on here, actually. We'll do one more because the time seems to be at 3 minutes.
We'll have to come back.
This is like a race. I'm kind of like trying to jog through them all.
Find the best one.
And get the jokes out of the way, and with this timer ticking down, the final countdown kind of thing. All right. So this is Control by Puddle of Mud. Now, the lyrics are, I love the way you look at me. I love the way you smack my ass. I love the dirty things you do. I have control of you. Does he really have control when someone else is doing those things to him? What do you think?
I don't know, man. But that's I'm glad he's doing his thing, I guess, man.
He's doing his thing.
He's doing his own thing, doing whatever he's doing. And there's a lot of very suggestive lyrics out there, I guess. That's what I've learned from this so far.
Yeah.
Particularly from this segment, Joel. Mostly filthy ones today, hey?
Yeah, well, it's been a dry week, so I had to kind of just grab. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's one kind of grab. You know, I had some really good ones when we first started the segment, but it's been really hard to find stuff. I'm kind of like, oh, that one's all right. Oh, that one's kind of sexual. Yeah. We'll take that. Funny joke, take that kind of thing. I really don't understand. I get what he's meaning, but like what he describes there is someone else is in control of him, but he says, I have control of you at the end of it, which kind of confuses me. Like, what the fuck kind of thing? Because he's like, I like the way you look at me. I like the way you do dirty things to me or some shit. And it's like, you have control? Do you? Do you really? Kind of thing.
I don't think he thought that much. I think he was just bored and wrote some words down.
Yeah, true. He's like, we'll just kind of make it kind of like sexy, and we'll just kind of like sing it and do kind of thing.
That's it. Yeah. Little did they know we were going to analyze this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the English teachers.
Yeah, that's it. All right, we got less. All right, we'll be right back. I'll just.
Hey, man.
All right, and we're back. Sorry about that, Nick.
All good.
We just don't like paying for things.
No, it's just classic Zoom things, you know. At least it's not doing what it did originally, which was kicking me, or I would crash and I'd completely disappear. It's just doing the timer thing.
Just vanish. Yeah.
You know. But anyway, yeah, I reckon we'll probably do a couple more questions, you reckon, Brandon, and then we'll do another segment.
Yeah, then we'll try and wrap it up. Yeah, don't want to keep you too long. What's it, nearly 9 o'clock over in Toronto now, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So, now I'm not a big heavy metal listener. Now, for someone who's like kind of just getting into metal, what kind of bands would you recommend kind of to...
Yeah, like ease you into it. Probably the softer stuff. Actually, there's a lot of heavier bands nowadays that do it really well. That are they have songs that can ease you into it. Spirit Box is great. They have kind of softer tracks to get you into it, but also really heavy tracks, like their new one. Bring Me the Horizon, of course, they're a classic kind of gateway metal band, I guess. Even though they don't really do metal much anymore, but they have their older stuff which you'll get into. Oh wow, Veil of Maya kind of, as well as Volumes, same kind of thing where they have some of the more softer songs, but also even though like their choruses are more pop structured, the rest of the song still is kind of metal and has that heavy aggression to it. Those are all great gateway bands, I'd say.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, I like Dio and you know, but it was kind of just like, you know, I'm very much just like classical rock and early sort of punk. sort of stuff. So I'm kind of thinking, oh, well, I'd like to kind of expand a little bit, kind of, alter my music taste a bit. But yeah.
And you don't want to jump too far into the deep end because then you'll not want to listen to metal again.
Yeah, exactly.
If you listen to something like Infant Annihilator, you'll think, what the fuck is this? And you'll just be like, nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Or something, You need to find the right stepping stones to slowly ease you in there, kind of thing. But yeah, I think maybe as well, what do you reckon, Seether? Do you know that band, Nick?
Yeah, I know Seether. I never really got into them, but in terms of that, I guess I call them alt rock style, whatever, things that at least were kind of same thing around. Like for me, at least, was like almost Disturbed. More new metal-y alt rock, 3 Days Grace, Breaking Benjamin, that kind of stuff. Those are great to get you into, I guess, heavier music, which will gateway into the harder metal or stuff, I guess you could say. So,
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, those are pretty good. Yeah, I've actually heard Spearbox before. What's some more of the heavier tracks that I should give a listen to?
Oh, their new one, Holy something. I forgot. I literally reacted to it a few days ago. That one's a really good song. It's very heavy.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the heaviest song of the year, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a banger.
What did you think of Parasite Eve by Bring Me the Horizon? I saw your video on it, but I just wanted to see if you had.
Yeah, I really liked it, man. That was a great track. Again, Bring Me the Horizon have that kind of thing about them where, because they're not really a heavy band anymore, when they do heavy, it kind of manipulates you to think it's heavier than it actually is, which I'm completely cool with, right? And then they kind of blend the electronic poppy aspects with the heavier side, which makes it sound like it's a heavier song than it actually is. So even though that song, if you try to compare it to the heavy parts to something that's considered very heavy today, it probably doesn't stand much of a heavy chance. But on its own, because it has the other contrast of the very light stuff, they're really good at working with contrast. And because of that, they can make heavy things sound heavier than they are, as well as more chill things sound more chill. And they know how to blend it really well. So I really like that song because it kind of had a creepy vibe, but it had a bit of that sempiternal era to it, which I really personally enjoyed that album by them. So yeah.
Yeah. Didn't Mick Gordon help them with that or something as well at some point?
Yeah, apparently he did some of the production and the sound effects, which is really sick too.
I could definitely tell. I had that, that the hyping part, about to do the breakdown. I could definitely hear Doom, kind of rip and tear kind of sounding thing, with the whole Mick Gordon style. I was like, oh yeah, and then that's when I was like, shit, yeah, when it hit the
yeah, exactly,
yeah. But I thought it was a good song. I wasn't sure how I felt about not the intro, but the kind of female robotic voice bit talking. I wasn't sure how I felt about that. I've kind of felt
they made it more like an experience kind of thing, which again I dig, and because I was watching the video and stuff, that's what made me really like it. Yeah. If I didn't have the full kind of experience there with the video, I probably would have liked it a little less. Just if I threw it on Spotify, I was like, all right, this would be a really a good song. But I think the video kind of really encapsulated and made that stuff make more sense with context. Yeah, I don't like that. So.
Yeah. That's how I felt because I listened to it on Spotify first. I was like, new song, right? And I was like, what the fuck? All right. Yeah. And then the ending, I kind of felt a little bit drags a little bit,
Gotcha.
When you hear a song that slaps and you go, fuck yeah, but then it has an ending that's just okay, I want to get to the next song now. It was kind of felt like that, It was kind of just going on. I was like, all right, cool. It's that song by Eminem, not Eminem, Logic. It has Eminem on it, but at the end, and the dude's just scatting or some shit. He's like, and it's like, oh yeah, that's funny the first time, but now it's annoying because you want to get to the next track, kind of thing. Yeah.
I know what you mean by that.
Kind of like Mr. Blue Sky, the way it kind of just after the first 2.5 minutes to 3 minutes are great, and then it's like, okay, where's it going now? And then drags on for another 2 minutes of this really weird experimental kind of shit.
But some songs do it really well though. If they want to drag out a song, they can do it really well. But I don't know. I felt with that Parasite Eve, especially when I heard it on Spotify, it was kind of it's still going kind of thing at the end. But
the ending caught me too off guard a bit.
Yeah. Ooh, that was interesting. So what's your setup like on Twitch, by the way? So if I wanted to do guitar stuff, how would I go to set it up, kind of?
Oh, it's just my usual setup, but in terms of like the Twitch specifics, it's just I use Streamlabs OBS, and that's it. I get it all set up with like the overlays and all that. And that's it.
Okay.
Nothing special other than Streamlabs.
Do you use like Ableton or something like in the background to get that like kind of like when you plug your guitar into the computer kind of sound?
Oh no, like I can already do that just with my with like going through OBS, but going through my Axe Effect specifically, like just your interface, you can kind of get it working. But yeah, it's all through OBS, I guess technically. So
okay,
Yeah.
all right, I'll have to look into doing that then. Because I was trying to figure it out, and I was like, well, but I can plug my guitar into like an interface, but then it wouldn't pick up the sound on OBS for some reason.
right.
And I was like,
right.
okay. And I was like, all right. And then I was
It
like,
takes
do
a
I
bit
have
of
to,
try.
like,
Yeah, it takes some
Yeah.
trial and error with technical work with it. But once you get it working, it's like it's solid. You don't have to mess with it anymore.
Okay, yeah. I've been trying to do the streaming shit, and so much stuff has been going wrong. Like, I'd fix a problem, and then a new thing will arise, and I'm like, and I'll fix that. And then I buy something to fix that, and then something else comes in. It's just constant, like, fixing things. And, yeah, it's just been out for me.
Oh yeah, that's the struggle. I understand it, man, far too well.
So do you want to do that, the last segment, Brandon?
Sorry, man, you dropped out. What was that?
Oh, did I? Oh, do you want to do the last
Okay.
segment?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll probably start wrapping it up. Now, Nick, have you ever been to Australia?
No, never.
No? Any interest in ever coming down here one day?
Your guys' wildlife is like can kick people's asses, right? So I'm scared. I don't want to
Yeah.
I've heard like those like you go on this fucking see this big ass spider and shit. Like, oh fuck that, dude. Like I live in
man.
Toronto. Like I'm terrified if like some big fucking animal comes and like kicks my ass. But like I'm still interested because I still want to see it and it seems like a fun place. But I just would be on like my guard, making sure I don't just randomly get bit by something and die.
Yeah,
the
the
spider.
spider-
I mean, we had,
spiders
look,
are pretty.
yeah, pretty bad. Got like heaps of redbacks all just in this wall, you know. No doubt. So I've got a little quiz here for you, which we'll do if you're interested.
Sure.
All right, the Aussie Quiz it's called. I'll share my screen. Hopefully that doesn't. All right, can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, let's get right into it. So, question 1. Who in Australia is nicknamed ScoMo? A,
I have no
a singer.
fucking clue.
B, the Prime Minister. C, a YouTuber. Or D, a bushranger?
I don't even know what a bushranger is. Okay. I'm gonna just say a YouTuber. I'm gonna guess C.
No, it is B, our Prime Minister. Nicknamed
Oh, okay.
ScoMo, short for Scott Morrison. It's a nice
Oh,
little hip way of referring to him, yeah.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's classic Aussie slang thing, just shortening of words like that.
That's it. All right, true or false? In Australia, McDonald's is called Macca's.
True.
Yep.
All right.
100%.
That's
man.
good. Nice.
All right. Who is Ivan Milat? An AFL player, an environmentalist, the CEO of Tourism Australia, or a serial killer?
No. Oh God. Okay, that's a big range of people.
Don't worry, I didn't know the answer until Brandon told me before as well. By the way.
I just let's change it up. Let's go with B, an environmentalist.
Afraid not. Ivan Milat is our most notorious serial killer, known for murdering backpackers back in the 90s.
Okay. Not about the
Now
environment.
that-
I see.
Should we be telling him that? Because then he won't want to come to Australia.
Oh, it's okay. He's dead. He's dead now. No, it was great.
Just don't
I
watch
saw.
Wolf
Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, that's a scary movie. Now there was one of the stars of that show, Seventh Heaven, did like a cameo, and this Aussie comedian sent her like this thing from a guy named Ivan Milat and said that, oh yeah, I've done all this work in charity and that, and an activist and everything else. And she kind of gave him a shout out and goes, oh, hey, Ivan Milat, you sound like a really great person. Wish there was more people out there like you. But everyone else in Australia is just in on the joke that he is, not that.
Oh, damn.
to say the least. All right, question 4. Which former Australian Prime Minister set a beer drinking world record? 2.5 pints in 11 seconds. Bob Hawke, Malcolm Turnbull, Kevin Rudd, or Julia Gillard?
I have A, I guess.
Yes.
You're
All
good.
right.
Yeah, you did it.
Yes.
Yep, good work.
Good luck.
The late Bob Hawke, yep. All right. Question 5. Before being named Melbourne, the city was known as Batmania, named after John Batman. True
I mean,
or
that sounds
false?
pretty fucking cool, but I guess false.
No, true.
Okay,
And
that's pretty
yeah,
cool.
really fucking cool. I mean, yeah, I don't know why they changed it to Melbourne. I mean,
Yeah, what the fuck?
it's sick, man. You know. Okay, question 6. Of the 25 deadliest snakes in the world, how many are found in Australia? Is it 15, 7, 21, or 4?
I don't like any of those answers. I C. I'm gonna go a little on the
Yes.
extreme side. Okay, that's cool.
Yep,
That's
100%.
great.
Yeah,
that makes it worse for me. He doesn't want to come to Australia now.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, well,
All right,
well you know
then.
what? In my lifetime here, in my 19 years here, I have only ever seen a wild snake once, and that was at my front door.
Oh,
And I
that's-
haven't seen a wild snake
Okay.
once at all. I've only seen it
Hmm.
at the zoo. So I don't know if
Yeah.
that helps.
okay.
Bred in captivity, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Question 7. What is goon?
What is a goon?
All right.
Oh,
A,
man.
a wine cask. B, a wine cask. B, a soda brand. C, an Aussie sport. Or D, a clothing brand.
A soda brand.
No.
Close.
Wine
It is
cask.
close. It is a drink. It is a drink though. It
Okay.
is close.
Well, it's so basically it's boxed wine. So for some
Oh,
reason
okay.
they decided, hey, let's put wine in a bag and then put it in a box. You
yeah.
know,
And then all the kids think,
lot-
"Oh, this is dope," and they take out the thing and start like chugging it that way.
that's it.
and start squeezing it
Bogans,
down.
another lowlife, yeah. Okay, why is Canberra the capital of Australia? A, it was the first city built in Australia. B, it isn't. Sydney is the capital. C, it is the location where the first fleet arrived in 1788. Or D, because Sydney and Melbourne couldn't agree which fucking city would be the capital, so they built a new city in between them.
Yeah, I think Sydney actually is the capital. So B. I'm not sure though, but we're gonna go with B. Okay then.
Afraid not.
I'm
Afraid
bad
not.
at
Yeah, no,
geography.
Sydney, yeah, a lot of... That's all right, no, but a lot of people... I mean, it makes sense. You'd think Sydney would be the capital, but no, for some reason, I think Melbourne was the first city built, and then it was just 2 competing cities, and they decided, hey, let's just build a city in the middle of nowhere right in between us so we don't have to fight over this anymore.
Oh, okay.
I think Canberra has a few roundabouts and a Ferris wheel. That's what it's got going for it. Question
Smoke.
9. A smoko is a pipe used to smoke tobacco. True or false?
It sounds like it would be, so true.
I mean, it's wrong,
I mean, it
but
can-
I mean, a smoke, it
does.
basically
It does
can be,
sound
but
like yeah.
yeah,
It
but
does.
it
does sound like that.
a smoko is basically just a slang term for a cigarette.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh well, smoko is actually it's having a smoke break, not really a cigarette. It's
Yeah.
when you like you go on break at work and you go that like 15 minutes to go have a cigarette or something. So if you're taking a break to go take a smoke or something, they call that a smoko.
Yeah,
Cool.
there's a famous Australian punk song, I'm on smoko,
I'm on
so leave me alone. Okay, question 10. Which one of these singers was not born in Australia? A, Nick Cave. B, Michael Hutchence. C, Kylie Minogue. D, Keith Urban. Now, do you know any of these singers?
Keith Urban, D, I guess.
Urban? Yes,
Yeah.
correct. 100%.
All right.
Nice,
Sweet.
nice.
All right, and yeah, that's it for the Aussie quiz. You did pretty well, I reckon.
Yeah, you did really good.
Awesome.
I didn't even know some of the answers to that. Even though I should.
Oh well,
But,
you know,
yeah.
21 of the world's, 21 of the
Yeah,
world's
I didn't
most
know. I
poisonous
didn't
snakes.
know
I thought
that. That's
was
actually quite
insane, man.
scary.
Yeah,
I just
Scary.
picked the scariest answer.
yeah, that's it. And to no surprise, yeah. Well, if you're ever down here, I'd say when it comes to wildlife, just stay away from them. They won't come to you if you don't bother them. That's pretty much it.
I'll
If you
keep
see a
that
spider,
noted.
just kill it straight away.
I will
don't know.
fucking run very
That's it.
fast. That is
Yeah.
exactly what
Just burn it down.
I will.
Because I don't
run.
like spiders either, and it's not fun. It's like
Yeah.
But
Oh, they're
yeah.
the worst in the summer. I've got cracked windows. They climb in all the time. Oh, it's terrible.
Damn.
Don't you guys have
Yeah.
bears over there though?
No. It's just America over here. It's not.
Oh.
It's not some crazy Wild West, northern, ice like shard. It's just America, pretty much.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Oh, well, thanks for coming on the show today, Nick.
No problem. Thanks for having
Anything
me.
you want to plug? No worries, man. Anything you'd like to plug?
Yeah, if you want to check out my videos, it's just Nik Nocturnal. It's all my things are Nik Nocturnal. So if you want to see me do stupid shit on the internet that's music related, on any platform, just type in that word, and sadly you'll find it. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yep. Sweet as.
Sweet.
All right, we'll have some links in the description.
Sweet.
All right,
All right, guys,
you.
thank you for watching. We'll see you next week.
Hello, viewers of the Skeptic and the Dude podcast. I am here to let you know that if you don't subscribe/follow, you ain't getting to heaven. Peace out.